free when you subscribe.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to WTOP. Look at that.
Now menu. Remember, bigcommerce.com. Click on the blue headphones.
Oh, bigcommerce.com.
Are you maximizing your savings?
Listening to WMAL there. I like that. Look at that. Ooh. Listening to WMAL there, where they do this. They do Republican propaganda, really tired, old, boring Republican propaganda, and selling things. It's the WMAL Morning Sell-a-thon. You know, I tell you, they do so much shilling. The two morning talk show hosts there, Larry and Brian, or whatever their names are. They cheapen whatever they try to do. You know, they try to come on with these indignant, wow, oh, these evil Democrats and this rotten Obama, and they cheerlead against it, and you know, it's this right-wing stuff, and then they have the indignant callers calling in, probably from the basement of the Heritage Foundation. And then they sell things to a bunch of geriatrics, and that's WMAL. So they really need a laugh track. That morning show on WMAL, they need a laugh track. Ooh. Look at this again. Washington Post this morning. I mean, okay, Paul Farhi in a tired piece on CNN. Who gives a rat's ass about CNN? Nobody watches it. But anyhow, this is a good way of, you know, we don't have enough space to fill the paper. We don't have enough reporting to fill. We haven't bothered to plot. You know, you notice the Sunday Post now, they have that weekend section or that Sunday style section. It's almost all wire copy, you know. They're just plucking stuff off the AP and stuff like a small town paper would. That's the Washington Post. Getting more small town by the day. But this is a good way. This is you just run these giant graphics, and you know, this is like 2/3 of the paper you don't have to put anything on because you just stupid graphics, you know, and it's a lazy way of just kind of saying, hey, we're less and less and less, more big graphics on the Book World page there, so we don't have to fill it up. And then you have this big guide to the dead arts, and then these movie directory things and comics, and there's hardly anything in this paper. There really isn't. Why did I pull this one out? I pulled this out for a reason. Oh, yes! The Verizon ad on the back page. Isn't Verizon wonderful? They're committed to storm relief. Wasn't Verizon the same company that was responsible for having the 9/11 system throughout much of Northern Virginia collapse during that derecho last June? Oh, just forget about that. Don't worry. Okay, the big news yesterday. The big news yesterday was the numbers we got to see on the revenue numbers. Okay. Ratings, yeah, we did have some ratings come out, and I'll take a quick look at some ratings in a second there for you. But the big number, you know, we as I say, we spend so much time focusing on. Yeah, that sun is. There I go. Hey, we spent so much time focusing on the ratings. Maybe if I move the camera over there, that's better. Okay. There we go. If we spend so much time focusing on the ratings that, you know, that doesn't really matter that much revenue. Revenue is what matters. It's, again, money, money, money. So what I did was I poured through the revenue numbers, and I organized it all by company. Okay, you know, radio is corporations these days. And I decided to see how companies stack up in the Washington market in terms of radio revenue, as opposed to individual stations. So here we go. Numero uno is Hubbard. Okay? I added up the revenue. Now, WTOP alone, the top revenue station in the whole country, made $64.6 million in 2012. Now, they also own 3 other stations in the market, WFED, which made 3.4, and WBQH, a little Mexican station, which made 400,000. So if you add up all of Hubbard's stations in the market, even though they only have really one major station, these other 2 are kind of more minor, but they still 68.4 million, which is significant. Okay? So Hubbard in the Washington market, even though they really only have one major station, is because it does so titanically great. They made $68.4 million in revenue last year, putting them in the top spot for the Washington market. Who's in second place? Clear Channel. There we go. Clear Channel. They have 5 major FMers in the Washington market, and here's how they did. Hot 99.5 WIHT made $12.5 million, Wash $12.2, DC 101 $11.6, MZQ Country that'd be $11.3, and Classic Rock Hits Big $10.4. When you add that all up, it comes to $58 million. So Clear Channel with their 5 major FMers did $58 million, about $10 million less than Hubbard. But still, hey, that's not too bad. I mean, all their stations are, trucking along pretty good there. So Clear Channel, number 2 in terms of Washington revenue, in terms of radio in the Washington market. Where's CBS? At their 3rd place. CBS is 3rd place with 59.4. PGC there, 2nd-rated station in the Washington market in terms of revenue at 19.4. JFK at 10.8. El Zol 10.6. Fresh at 7.5, and the poor old WNEW croaking in there at 1.1. Now, if CBS can get any W up to, say, 5 next year, I don't know, and get Fresh cooking a little bit better, maybe we'll have some things. I don't know. It's amazing to look at JFK because JFK's really dropped. When they were the superstation with Don and Mike and the Redskins, they were making a lot more than that. They were making close to $20 million a year. I mean, at least upper teens. They've really taken a hit. I really think CBS ought to look seriously at maybe getting that station back to where it once was. Move it back to Fairfax to start with. But anyhow, CBS kind of for 5 stations. They're doing quite a lot worse than Clear Channel, that's for sure. Again, they're hampered signal-wise. Radio 1. 5 stations, and they're down at 31.2%, or 31.2 million for the 4th place. This is Radio 1's home market, and they rank 4th in the market in terms of revenue. Okay, KYS at 13.9, MMJ 10.6, WPRS Gospel at 5.7, and then some change there from YCB and OL. So they're at 31.2. Now here's an interesting one. Who comes up 5th? 5th. Yep, Cumulus. This is kind of a sorry cluster. RQX, which does pretty well, 15.9, and MAL 11.3, 27.2. Again, lots of room for improvement among Cumulus. I'm almost thinking maybe go back to the 3 stations. They used to have a 3rd station there. Now I have 2 signals for MAL. It might almost be better to maybe either break out 630 as its own station or 105.9 again and get back to 3 signals and do something because, I don't know, RQX has taken a hit too. That used to be a lot bigger at RQX, but they've been a lot of competition there with Hot 99.5 and some other stations, PGC to some degree. Cumulus is in 5th place, right? That's 5th place in the Washington market in terms of revenue at 27.2. And in 6th place, we have a single station cluster, Howard University, and its commercial WHUR. 1 station, 15.9, 15.9. So that does really well. And in 7th place, corporate-wise, in the Washington radio market in terms of ad revenue for last year, Red Zebra. WTEM at 14.2. That's helped obviously a lot by the Redskins. And then Spaz, the sports talker there, the ESPN thing on 570 at 0.6 or 600,000 gives them a 14.8 for, what is that? What did I say? That was 7th place? Yeah, something like that. And then finally, the last corporate, if you want to count it, is Salem at 6.7. Now, WAVA, it's amazing in one respect that WAVA does as well as it does because it doesn't even get, its ratings have been sluggish lately. It's been bad ratings. They're lucky to hit 25th place, but they got a killer signal at 105.1. Yes, you say it's amazing WAVA makes 6.5 million a year with that crappy ratings, but you also have to say they have such a great signal in WAVA that they really should be doing 10 to 12 million on that signal alone if they had a format that people actually listened to. Okay, so this is way underperformed. People go, well, they do make money with it, but they could be making a lot more money with that 105.1. there at Salem. So those are the numbers. Hubbard, Clear Channel, CBS, Radio 1, etc., etc., etc. So again, Hubbard. Well, imagine if Hubbard got some more signals. Imagine if Hubbard could buy, say, 105.1 from Salem. You know, they could really skyrocket that. Yeah, I don't know what else Clear Channel can do with their current signal. They do pretty well as it is. But CBS, again, they need better signals, especially WNEW. They could be making Elzal. They could maximize that out with a better signal. Radio 1 is doing pretty well, I think, for what they got. Cumulus, always underperforming. So there you do it. Do we have any time for the ratings? The ratings, nothing spectacular. We got the weekly ratings out yesterday. WMAL in first in the 25-54 money demo. Hot 98.5 in second. TOP's down to third place there. Wash in fourth. KYS in fifth. PRS sixth. HUR in seventh. Again, this is the money demo. Big in eighth. MMJ in ninth, and Fresh is up to 10th place. So that's pretty good for them. They're at least got one CBS station in the top 10, which is kind of a rarity for CBS in Washington. JFK 17th place, TEM also at 17th place, and MAL down at 19th place with that audience that is growing older by the second. I gotta start. Look at that. Look at all that hair back there. Got hair on my neck. Gotta shave. Anyhow, that's Dave TV for the 10th of April 2012. 2013. Oh yeah, don't forget, help us out, okay? Got a bunch of advertisers, but we do depend on your donations for a lot of the revenue here to support DCR TV. So please do send a couple bucks our way. PayPal it or put it in the mail. Just click on that little support linky-dink thing on the top of DCR TV. We really appreciate it. Thank you. You know, you're the reason. You are the reason why WDCR TV has been here for almost 16 years. Thank you, and live long and it's the sun. It's not the son of God. It's not the sun in this. What is that line in Star Trek? It's not the sun up in the sky. It's the son of God. Remember Uhura and that? Well, never mind. Live long and prosper. Adios, amigos.